Hello, everyone. Welcome back. It's Friday here on Thursday night. We are probably wrapping up the game tonight. It won't be the last stream because there are so many endings, and I don't think we're getting through them all tonight. In fact, I'm almost certain of that. But we'll get to an ending, possibly a couple of endings tonight. But yeah. Hello, Demon Dog. Hello, Bob. So we'll get to, let's say, the first of many endings tonight. There we go. I'll say it like that. And then yeah, I'm excited to see where we get there. So last time we survived the literal witch trial in the church. We managed to keep our suspicion levels low enough and get through the minor inquisition. So that's right, Jasmine. That worked out okay. So apparently, quite literally, hi, hey, come here. Oh, come here. Mostly because I don't want you knocking over the microphone. We quite literally pieing off Muffy, paid off in the long term by keeping us from being tied to a tree in the woods with Rosemarine. So you know that worked out. Yes, so we survived Friday morning, and in the evening time, we're set upon by Aziel the Snake, who had a trap for us in the church, and after solving her moon puzzle, we encountered a massive phantasmagoria inside the church that transformed into a weird kind of stuffy doll vaguely in the shape of Rosemarine that threw fairy fire at us and forced us to answer a series of questions. And if we got any of them wrong, we died immediately, which we did on the third and final question. It's fine. It's fine. We did it again. We got all the questions right. I like that it was essentially about forcing Elise to be vulnerable and be honest about her feelings and her fears, which seemed to be what the creature was most interested in. But anyhow, so that is done, and now we have the sweetest nectar after one more doomed minigame. So we have two of our three gifts, the last being the good company. And yeah, so now it is the witching hour of Friday evening, and our only agenda item is to head home and head to bed. Hey, Al. So we have we need to put the thing in a basket, and then tomorrow is the festival. And you know, I'm sure that'll go fine, and that's it. That's the end. That's the end of the day, and then we take our gifts into the woods, and we get our prize. Then we live happily ever after in the castle. Probably, we do still have a key and a mystery to solve, but other than that, everything's coming up Millhouse. So we're gonna see how that goes tonight. And we'll honestly just I think let's see how many endings we can get tonight. We'll get. I think we'll get at least a couple. I think we'll get at least. I think we got enough time. I think we'll get at least a couple, and then we'll do the rest on Thursday, and then that'll be it. So before we get into any endings or any beginnings, we need to talk about content warnings. Because that's right, Jasmine. Because this game has a number of full screen flashing effects that I wanted to obviously forewarn about before we get to them. It also has blood and gore and dead animals in particular, more so than people. Also deals with a number of presentations in terms of how the townsfolk treat Elise and some of the other women in town that very much mirror homophobia and misogyny. And in how they talk about other towns and townsfolk that definitely mirror real-world xenophobia, as well as just general bullying. So I wanted to forewarn on those fronts because it's represented well, which is to say, it's uncomfortable. For a more comprehensive list of warnings, head to the doesthedogdie.com entry for Little Goody Two Shoes, or click on the link in our CW tag there. We'll take you right to it. The festival where nothing bad happens. That's a good name for a list of content warnings, honestly. Um, but that's the thing we're about to get into now. Princess, do you want puppies or not? Hmm? Hmm? Do you know what you want? No, you're a cat. What you wish is to not be forced to decide. And I appreciate that. I'm glad nothing bad happens during the festival. It's like Deer Fest. Yes! We're back to Alan Wake. Princess, do you mind if I play the game? Am I allowed? The look I'm getting from this cat right now. She's considering it. I appreciate that she's giving it due consideration. Uh-huh. There. If you sit in the lap, can I play the game? Okay. I'll take your purr as a yes. A little switch. There we go. Don't know how I got this cat hair in my eye. It's a mystery to everyone. Not sure if cats have been louder the last couple streams, or if your mic just picks them up better lately. I might have adjusted the ducking slightly, but also where Jasmine I'm going to see if I can angle my hand at the camera. Where Jasmine tends to angle herself means that like she's nuzzling the end of the mic stand because it has just the right like kind of angular bits that make for good like cheek rubbing, and she meows as she's doing the cheek rubbing, which means that she's angled perfectly at the mic, which I think definitely helps with the pickup.
Oh, so she's just loud.
Also, she's just loud. You're not wrong. All right, there. I think she is mollified for the moment. So, first things first. Of course, I see.
Very first things first.
Whoop, up, up, up.
Hi, Jasmine.
Caffeine?
Soda theft.
Soda theft.
Narrowing in.
You know,
Yes.
luck. Appropriately timed to that, we will go ahead and put the sweetest nectar,
Not that nature.
which kind of looks like black cherry soda, in the basket. There, we have two of our things. Let me just take a look at this. I love that we still have a suspicion meter. I don't actually know, and I don't think we can mess up enough to confirm. I might have to do a playthrough. So, the suspicion meter, as I understand it, is mostly for the trial that takes place earlier today on Friday in the game. That's passed now, but our suspicion meter hasn't gone away, and it did actually go up because of a conversation that happened after the trial. I wonder if we hit, like, 9 witch hats at any point after that, does it trigger the bad end again? I don't know. Alright, so we're at 4. Perfect. Look at that. Love it. I just noticed, is this a witching hour thing? Do their portraits get, like... Oh, she's got, like, a bloody sickle? And the knife. Frozen Marine got. Yeah. So the witching hour turns everything into, like, the evil version of itself. I love it. The time indicator, the moon gets all, like, creepy, and the portraits get creepy. I didn't notice that it just distorts the entire interface during the witching hour. That's awesome. Alright. Got our bread. I think our objective is go to bed, which seems like the right call. Is our reflection changed? Yeah, it looks the same. Good. Now, after we made the bread for Mirim the crow left our eye, so presumably now that we've made the nectar for Aziel, we no longer have a snake neck tattoo? Fingers crossed. It doesn't matter because tomorrow's the festival. I second this petition for Mics for Cats. Since apparently my partner doesn't have much interest in using the little like floating wireless mic we got, maybe I'll just put it on Jasmine's collar for future streams, and you'll be able to hear her meow as she wanders around the house. All right, so let's see. Rosemarine was with us. Actually, like we are inhabiting the same space at the moment. Okay, it's still on this, which is distressing, but at least it hasn't changed again. All right, and it's the same verbal response. Can we get in here yet? Oh, we have the new. We have a new key. No, we already know that the new key is for something in the Father Hans's place. How many fireflies did we get? 13. Okay, we got about halfway without really trying, which makes me happy. Tomorrow's the day. I might actually make it out of Kieferberg. I better get some sleep. The Fireflies just tracks how many of the Golden Maidens that we've met. There, I know that there's 25 because I did a run where I met all of them because achievements. So 13 out of 25. We're just over half. I'm here again. I keep having this dream. Nothing special happens if you meet all of them other than getting the achievement, so I didn't really go out of our way. We get the weird little guy parade. Yeah, okay, that's definitely been getting closer. Good, I wasn't imagining that. The castle, it's so close now. If I do meet him, if I bring him those gifts, and if he does grant me my wish, not only this castle, but anything and everything I could ever want, they'll all be within my reach. Oh, it's gone away. No parade of little guys. Aw. What am I parade of little guys? I dream again. I best get up and head to town. Hey, Remy. I suppose we'll have that procession in the morning as usual, but I'd like to spend some time with Rosemarine later, too.
Now that you mention it...
Anyhow, I best get going to the festival. Just realized we have a straw hat up at on the top here as well that we've never used. Okay, that tells me which endings we've got, which is all of them. Alright, what are you showing me this morning? Oh, they're just gone. Oh, there's an apple? An apple core at the base of the tree. And the tree might be bleeding. What in the Lord's name? Weird that there's no achievement for, like, seeing all versions of the tapestry. That would have been neat. So I don't actually know how many versions there are. Oh, Elise, good morning. You're excited too, aren't you, Flock?
For goodness!
We're not taking the goat to town, Rosemarine. Oh, but Elise... What are you so excited about, anyhow? Why, it's the day of the festival, Elise.
Now that you mention...
I don't think it'll live up to your expectations, Rosemarine.
Oh, Elise...
It's not just the festival, you're meeting him, too. I know.
I'm sorry,
You're not changing your mind, are you?
For goodness
I'm not. Good grief, Rosemarine, let's go.
Yes.
Wait, Elise. Off we go. Hey, Bedroad. We haven't used it because we can't reach it. It's true. It's way up there. We haven't found a step stool. Tree. The tree is bleeding. Treating, if you will. I too am sad we were robbed of the little guys. I mean, listen. We're all in this boat together. Alright. Meet everyone at the festival. Cool. We're coming to a critical decision point here in our playthrough. she isn't all that tall. Maybe she doesn't know she has the hat. Could be. Could be. Oh, can't go that way. This way. Across the stones. Hooray! Kitty, do we have any money? We are broke as a joke. Do we have anything to... Okay, we do have one more super grape juice. 4 berries and a verst, so lots of healing, and 1 superfood. So, okay, so we're actually, okay, we're good. We don't actually need a whole lot in the way of money. Good. Guido and Heinrich, and that might be Ludwig from the back. It's hard to tell. Oh, look who it is! Hello, hello. Hi. I'm so glad that you stuck it out here, bud. I'm so glad, Eugen, that you made it all the way. My first playthrough, I was seriously worried that you were just going to do something drastic, and you didn't. I'm very glad for that, because you seem neat. Looking forward to today, are we? Of course! Is everything alright, Mr. Eugen? Kieferberg's got some of its cheer back, you see. Not certain I can say the same about myself, is all. Because of your horses. Where's Marine? She's right, Elise. Things aren't as they used to be. Pains me to leave town, to be honest. Yet I don't think I can ever look at it the same way I used to. Mr. Eugen, That's in the past now, lass. All we have is to make most of the festival. He'll be the last, after all. That's nice, and I guess it'll be the last that he's in town for. I appreciate you two just standing around making hearts at each other. I think I'll leave you to it. Yuki was the only same one. There are a couple that make sense, but not many. Can't avoid going to that procession, I suppose. Oh, we gotta go to the church, huh? No, we just saved, so... If they tie us to a tree now, we can just undo it. Speaking of people who actually make sense, hey, Gustav. All ready for the procession. We couldn't miss it, Mr. Gustav. Good thing it's so sunny out today. This is how Kieferberg ought to be. Cheer, hope, and faith. That's what folks need today. Your cheer alone is more than enough for all of Kieferberg, Mr. Gustav. I can see where Freya gets hers from. That's what keeps us moving forward, isn't it? You remember what old Holly used to say, don't you, Lise? About what, Mr. Gustav? Us folk ought to keep our memories close to our hearts, lass. Especially in days like these. They're numbered, after all. A lot of people saying kind of threatening things, but, you know, in a way that's kind of cryptic and folksy. Huh, I suppose. Well, that's such a wonderful thing to say. That's what they would have wanted us to do, Elise. Old Hala. And Heidi, too. Heidi? Oh, Freya's mom. I know, Mr. Gustav, I know. Oh, Miss Elizabeth and the kids. Oh, that's cute. That's a cute note. Hey, hi. Hey, is your office open? Hey, can I go in your office? Hey, no reason. Hey, can I go in your office? Hey. Alright, let's see. Should be able to use that key I found, but it doesn't seem like I can. And for this door, there's going to be something in there. Father Hans's study? I wonder when I'll be able to sneak in. Probably not when he's literally standing 10 feet away, so... Your cousin's coming too. Your cousin's coming along too, Elise.
Yes.
Oh, yes, I am. I'm glad you're joining us. There's much to be grateful for today. You wouldn't believe how relieved I am that today has finally come. I'd say we're all relieved, Mrs. Udley. There are quite a few outsiders in town, too. I've seen a few new faces, that's for certain. It's a good sign, folks. Maybe some of these folks might move here. Now that's asking a little much.
Yes.
Why, I wouldn't mind staying here if it weren't for... Rosemarine. Oh, that would be wonderful. Come now, it's time we gather for the procession. Oh, what a blessed day. Oh, I like the confetti. It's cute. What a nice touch.
That was
Oh, that took all morning. Thank goodness it's over. Guess I go join everyone by the inn now. Ah, but first... Save. 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 Father Hans is out here. Does that mean... Triple date. But first. Why would you stay somewhere they just almost burned you as a witch? I mean... Rosemarine doesn't know the fate she avoided. And Elise still definitely wants to leave the... Door's open, the door's open, the door's open. Mystery time. So, like, Rosemarine is just the eternal optimist. You'd rather go somewhere new and convince them not to burn you as a witch? Bedred has a point. You stay here, you've already convinced them not to. You don't have to start over somewhere else. You're both making good points. Father Hans' study. Couldn't be. Alright. What we got here? What is this? Textbook after textbook after textbook. What's this? If this journal says, like, itchy, scratchy, we're out of here immediately. What's this? A journal. Valpurga, the witch. Creation of life wasn't, by any means, among her many blessings, however. That is precisely what old Holla claims she got out of the woodland. A baby. How can this be? Was the witch ever capable of producing life? Homunculi, golems. I've done my research on such heretic matters, and yet... none of what I've gathered points toward this possibility. Nor was Valpurga's covenant interested in the creation of life. Uh-huh. Father Hans's open journal. The Lord can't forgive me for such sins. Whether I succeed in my endeavors or not, my role as a pastor is already compromised. Summoning Valpurga, the witch, comes with its sacrifices. Eugen's horses, Lisbeth's lad, and even their goats. Elise herself. Oh, you motherfucker. The crows said the witch couldn't ride the horses alone and referred to he went with her. And I made a joke about if it was motherfucking old Yakin. It was Father Hans who summoned the witch and rode Eugen's horses and sacrificed the goats and motherfucker. Me? All of Kieferberg has been compromised for the sake of doing away with this evil, so that nobody else may ever commit the same wretched sins as Old Hollow, so that no accursed spawns of the devil himself may be brought to this world ever again. I'm not proud of what I've done, yet I believe it is a necessary procedure. May this sacrifice of mine allow my beloved Kieferberg to reach the gates of heaven. Beloved Kieferberg? It was him all along. The one setting up those rituals. Inviting all this chaos into Kieferberg. I gotta get to the bottom of this. Aha. A door? Traditionally, we would call that a hatch. What would Father Hans need this for? Great question. Good thing we have this key. We could save again, but, alley-oop. What in the... I'm glad we have another super grape juice. What in the... What is this place? Oh, the tree emblem on the floor. That's a good touch. Okay. Some familiar looking symbols. I'm not going anywhere until I figure this out. Alright, so there's the tree. Oh! Okay, we got a horseshoe. Horseshoe. It's too big to be fitted on a hoof, but... Brand new horseshoe, its steel surface unworn and dull. Okay, so it's not one of the ones off of Eugen's horses. So, symbolic, I guess? wooden doll. His cap is so similar to Apfel's. Symbolic sacrifices, effigies. Left leaning against the wall, the wooden puppet sits emotionless. Oh, hey, and this one has a little red bow on it. A little red bow on it. This is making me feel sick. It's painted to look just like me. And this ribbon. Left leaning against the wall, the painted puppet sits emotionless. Now can we leave? Can we leave now? Can we run away? No. Okay. At least I'm just gonna say I think we should leave. Just so we're on the same page. Okay, let's just click the button. That's an altar, though. Oh, that's Father Hans. Oh, no. You found your way here, I see. Father? My efforts haven't been in vain, after all.
This is gonna be bad.
Look at this face. He's so pleased with himself. He thinks this is good. Is this a trap? It kind of seems like it. Was he leaving the diary notes for us to find? Again, I'm still not convinced this is the original Father Hans. Unless the Father Hans that we found in the original cave was also an effigy. He made of himself a symbolic sacrifice. In which case, are these dolls gonna become bone frogs? My efforts haven't been in vain after all.
Is that so?
So it's true. You're the one who's been setting up those rituals. A necessary evil, Elise.
You old geezer!
What in the Lord's name are you trying to...
That's
Do not invoke the Lord's name, witch. It's time I rid you of the evil within you, Elise.
We're in danger.
That I rid Keeperberg of what you represent.
What?
What are you saying? Old Holla never told you, did she? As I had suspected. Told me what? She was a sinner, Elise, a witch in her own right. On her deathbed, she confessed her heaviest sin to me. That she prayed to the woodland for the baby she could not conceive. That baby is you, Elise. The product of witchery, heresy, and evil. To think old Holla had it in her to betray our Kieferberg in such a way. There is only one detail I cannot make sense of, however. She spoke of a he as her benefactor. That he had granted her wish for a heavy price. Who this entity is I have not yet determined, but you, Elise. What? You ought to know who she was talking about. I'm well aware where you've been these past few evenings.
What in the Lord's
You
name?
mean... Who is he, Elise? Who is it you and your grandmother vowed to serve, you witches? All that I've sacrificed. Eugen's horses, Apfel, this town's livelihood and future.
Out with it!
Get away from me! It wasn't all in vain, lass.
You old
You're
geezer!
insane. Tell me, Elise. Who is he? Is it Valperga? Is it the devil himself? You're sick. Oh? Oh. Is this good? Tell me.
What is
It's
this?
so dark. Where am I? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Well, that's one problem that we don't have anymore. Oh. Come now, my dear, my progeny. You were taken from me by him, by your grandmother. How I have defied the odds and the gods to get hold of you. Oh, Elise, I can feel your heart thumping in my chest, your burning fingertips, your tearful eyes. I can embrace you at last. Embody your human vessel. Live the life I've always wanted, yet could never create for myself. Your life, Elise. The life of a woman. And we've been possessed. Oh, I like the butterfly eyes on the ribbon. That's a good touch. And oh, and the butterfly bow. Neat. I guess Valperga's gonna go to the festival? Somebody's gonna have a great date. So that's one of the bad ends.
Little Goody Two Shoes.
A woman with 3 weed-smoking girlfriends? I mean, listen, Valperga can do what the hell she likes. That's her body now. She can give it a workout. But that's not how the story really goes. Hey, Father Hans, you might not want to go in your basement. FYI. Take it from me. Also, maybe just like get it fumigated or something. Just pro tip. Okay. Well, no, that's not what really happened. Alright, so we use our sands of time. There she is! There she is! Have you heard Elise? Of course she has it, Jakob. Just made it up. Okay. Need to take a moment to appreciate the wonderfully written little kid dialogue. Have you heard? Have you heard? Jakob, we just made it up. Of course she hasn't heard. What are you three going on about? We made these tickets for you, Elise. Festival tickets. Tickets? What for? So you can play with us, silly. Jakob wants to play Kiss the Rat with you. That full.
For goodness
You
sake.
brats in that filthy thing. Mama will trade it for you, Elise. Mr. Gustav and Mrs. Ariana are also in on it, so go talk to them. Everyone will pay you for it as usual. It's basically free minigames. We have minigame tickets. Freya's made some flower crowns too. Come play with us, Elise.
Come play with us.
All right. For goodness sake. Hooray! Hooray! Isn't that great, Apple? Shut up, Jakob. I must say, it's good seeing them in good cheer after all that nonsense. Which is great for us because it means it's licensed to see what the fail screen on a minigame looks like. Which is something I want to see and I have not seen. Isn't it a relief to see all this cheer in Kieferberg, Elise? Doesn't quite look the same, does it? You said it. Now, you're here because of those tickets, aren't you? Children gave me a few, yes. Always busy with their silly ideas, those three. Well, are you trading one in, Elise? Let's give it a shot. They told me you'd have something in mind. They told me you'd have something nice for me if I did. Let's see how you like it then. Time to be mauled by chickens. Poor Elise. It's almost tricky doing this backwards. I guess I could just wait and do nothing, but it does it more fun. The music is great, honestly. The music in the whole game is great. I like how many tracks that we get. There we go. feel like we're neglecting this side a little bit. Let's get beaked. I also love that, particularly the 2 times that we get to do a dark minigame, they got a, like, wonderfully distorted, distressing version of this track that just feels so warped and alien. In addition to the like, horror visuals of the minigame. Oh, it's just... Oh my god! Incredible! Okay, so that's... It goes all the way down to D. It doesn't actually go to F. But I love that it's just like, you know, just the horrible rain. God. Thank you, Bob. Oh. Oh! Well, there we go. So that's what that looks like. I can't blame you, can I? What's that supposed to mean, Mrs. Ariana? Why, even I'm dreading standing here selling these. You're picking eggs even on a day like this, Elise. No wonder you gave up. Ah! 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 But I didn't. We did, Elise. We absolutely did. On purpose. For the stream. It's okay. Oh, we have a little flower crown. I hadn't even spotted that. This ought to be enough for a slice of pie or two, wouldn't you say? Oh, we still get Tibble! Neat! I tried my best. Aw, that's so cute. I like that the game assumes that you tried your best even if you didn't. That's very good. Alright. Well, we can do some more mini games, which I'm actually probably going to do just because, you know, let's maximize our time. But before I do that, yeah, we've got a little bit of time here. What we're going to do, I'm actually going to start something, because we have a choice to make. Let me just take a moment to type it up. Moment to... Can't type and talk terribly well. So we'll just do these in order of when we met them, I think. There, there, and there. Okay, perfect. We'll leave it at this, and we'll run this for... let's give this just... It'll take me probably this long to run another game or so. Boop. I'm going to go ahead and start a poll in the chat, because we've got 2 of our gifts, and now we need to decide what form the 3rd gift the good company will take. So, up until this point, we've split our routes evenly between Rosenmarine, Freya, and Lepkuen. We can no longer do that, at least for tonight's purposes. We have to actually make a choice. So, I'm going to outsource this, and I'm going to start a poll. So over the next 3 minutes, y'all have a chance to vote and get your votes in. And I'm going to go play a mini game and get some tiffle so that we can afford possibly more courage juice or whatever else we need. And yeah, and then we'll make a decision on who exactly we're taking tonight. We'll do the other 2 on Thursday. Don't worry about it. But this is just kind of who we're starting with. Gustav, what, this is probably the wood chopping game, I imagine. Atta girl, Elise. I haven't said anything, Mr. Gustav. A toast to you, lass. To all the Kieferberg. You've had too much ale, Mr. Gustav. You're here for the tickets, I wager. Can't say no to those ladies. Whew. Misread the number of D's in that word. Can't say no to those laddies, can we? Ought to make the most of them while they're little. That said, I'm ready for your tickets. I'll be back then. Give it all you got, Elise. Okay, yeah, it's the wood chopping game. Why don't they ask Freya to chop it for them instead? Let's get some money! Chopping time. We chop, and we chop, and we kick. Chop, and we chop, and we kick. And we block it out of here. Nope. Okay, alright. fine. No chicken. You're go get back to the other game. Oh no. Let go in. Anvil out the gate. And a flock. Oh, man. The twofer. Okay, none of that. None of that. Yes, that. No. But yes. But no. But yes. Okay. The mix. Absolutely not. How dare you? How dare you, I say. Really? Do you have any wood? Thank you. Nope. Yes. One more. Hooray! Still got there. S rank and 1 bonk on the head. Superb. Why would Lepkuin do that to Elise? She's a nun. That's what nuns do. Now that's a good pair of arms you have on you, Leah. That's a good pair of arms you have on you, lass. I suppose. Here you go, for a job well done. Thank you, Mr. Gustav. Freya's looking forward to dancing with you, too. I'll go have a word with her, then. She'll be jumping for joy. Gustav, I see you trying to skew the poll results, but you're not going to be able to pull that off here. Could do Kiss the Rat. Where's the... We could do the apple game. Enjoying the festival, my dear. Of course, Mrs. Elizabeth. Hope you are, too. Oh, Elise. More importantly, the laddies told me you'd be here. To trade in their silly tickets. Well, they know how to reel us in, don't they? I'd say they're doing a good job keeping everyone's spirits up. We can't afford to fall behind, can we? Apple time! I'll be waiting for that reward they told me about. Of course, Elise. I'll be waiting. Apple time! And then we'll get our results. 3, 2, 1. Gotta remember that we're back to actual, like, proper Apple game and not backwards Apple game. I appreciate the inverted mechanic of the actual, like, the Second Testament game that involved having to functionally catch the anvils instead of avoiding them and avoid the apples. It's a nice, nice twist. And now it speeds up. Okay, pop up. No. Crap. Unlucky. Up, whoop, no. No bad apples. No. Hooray. Yes, yes. 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 Yes! Love these games. They're silly, they're cute, they're fun. Victory. Now then. Well, that's okay. So we have 2 votes for Lebkuin, 1 for Freya, and Rose and Marie will just have to wait at home with Flock. She will have the goat to keep her company, so that's perfectly fine. There's a doggy. Pet the doggy. I wish this game let us pet the animals. There are so many cats and dogs, and even, like, birds and crows, and we can pet none of them, and it makes me sad. The food gifts are people. I tried to make it a tie, but I forgot the timer would probably be inaccurate. Oh, I'm sorry. Alright, well, we have just so much tiffle. It looks like the nun who hit us with the rolling pin is also going to be our date. So it kind of establishes that relationship dynamic right off the bat. Gotten quite good at this, haven't you? Well, I don't like to brag. I didn't quite do it on purpose. Why don't you get your cousin something tasty for supper? Considering she's going home alone, apparently. Thank you, Mrs. Lisbeth. I'm so glad Kiefer Burger's back to normal, Elise. It was about time, wasn't it? Truly. Excellent. Alright, well, now that we are loaded for cash, and we're all decided, I think that's a very good point to take our ad break before we kick it into the proper ending. Not the surprise ending that we got from being too good at solving mysteries. Yeah, we'll go to the break, and then we'll come back from that, and we'll talk to Leb and kick off the end game. So yeah, stand up, get a drink, do what you need to do to take care of you, and we'll be back here in just a few minutes with date time. See y'all in just a few. I find it very funny that the way this shook out. I shouldn't say. Well, no, I do find it very funny. That the way that this shook out was also how it went. Because on my very first playthrough, pretty much from the jump, I pursued the Lebkuchen route out the gate, which I was very happy with. And then I think I don't remember the order I went from there, but this mirrors my first time playing through the game, so it's just it's come full circle. Happy to see you looking so cheery today, Elise. Even I get to make merry once in a while, don't I? It's as though everyone's forgotten about last week, isn't it?
Now that you
Folks were
mention,
bursting at the seams, Leb. Couldn't bear another day fretting about all that nonsense, could they? Neither could we, if memory serves. Not after what happened yesterday. Is everything alright with you, Elise? Huh? There's no need to pretend, Elise. I know you. You've been hiding something from me. I know it. I want to ask you what that is, but... Can I trust you, Elise? I would never do anything to betray your trust, Leb.
For goodness sake.
What are you laughing about? You can't help it when you look so serious. Well, I am serious about you, Leb. Speaking of which, would you come with me to the bell tower? The bell tower? There's something I'd like to tell you, and... Coon!
Rather cute, aren't you?
There's something I'd like to tell you too, Elise. You truly... Let's get going. Oh, this action will skip 2 time periods. Alright. We have enough food? We do have enough food. What is it you have to tell me, Leb? I'll tell you once we're there, Elise. The bell tower. The belt hour. The hour of belts. Kieferberg's unrecognizable today, isn't it? Looks quite the same to me, I ought to say.
Oh, Elise.
It wasn't a joke, Lipkuen. Well aware it wasn't, Elise. But I find so amusing. Amusing, you say? You're leaving soon. You're leaving soon, aren't you, Elise? Huh? Or something along those lines. I'm certain. I don't know yet, Lipkuen. I'm still... Yes, you do, Elise. I can tell. You're going to that castle, aren't you?
Shush it, you.
Don't be silly, Lipkuen. At some level, Elise, it's what you've always wanted. Kieferberg can't possibly give you any of that. What would you say I want, Lipkuen? More?
I see.
More, huh? You've always wanted better, to go further, to live more. To live moss, one might say. Even when we were young, you were never truly satisfied, were you? Lipkuen, neither was I, Elise. Huh? I told you, I never quite grew into this habit, or this veil. In fact, I'm not even certain who I am without them. You're not, but I am, Leb.
You know,
We both know who you are without it, don't we?
Elise.
It's true you tend to hide. You've always been that way, but... Why, how clever. You're doing it again, Lipkuen.
For goodness sake.
You seriously thought I'd never notice?
Oh, really?
Not necessarily, but... You despise Father Hans, not to mention Miss Odalie. That's not... You loathe that dust rag of a veil, and that grisly habit too. Elise has completely missed the signal again. You loathe that dust rag of a veil and that grisly habit too. That's why you had Mrs. Mariella cover it with frills and decorations. It's the color I'm not so fond of, but you don't have a single Bible or rosary in your bedroom, let alone a cross. Even I have a silly altar, and you're the nun.
Elise.
Elise, that's...
For goodness.
Quit denying it, Lipkuen. Come now, show me your hand. We know each other better than anyone else, don't we? I don't want to be a burden to you, Elise. That's enough hiding, wouldn't you say? I'm not... Quit holding yourself back, Lipkuen. There's nothing left to hide. Not from me.
I wonder.
There is still something, Elise.
I see.
Tell me then. I've been waiting, Leb. I need you to promise me something first. As long as it's not an excuse for you to... Promise me you'll be alright. With or without me, it doesn't matter. I promise, Leb. Can't expect you to watch over me forever, can I? That's exactly what you'll do if I let you, isn't it?
I love you, Elise.
I love you, Elise.
Let
Kun? Of course I will. For as long as you'll have me.
I see.
Truly
Mhm.
ready to leave this rat hole of a town behind. Kun? Why? You've called it worse yourself, Elise.
No,
Come now, there's somewhere I'd like to show you, Leb. If it's with you, Elise?
For goodness sake.
You're so embarrassing, for goodness sake. Hooray! Probably. This won't go horribly wrong. That little heart token changed color. Token of love. Totally not an effigy. Totally normal. It's fine. It's fine. This is it. There's no going back. I've got everything. It's only a matter of...
Elise.
Is everything alright, Elise? Ah, yes! Let's move along now. I should make certain I have everything in my basket. It's best I hurry and get everything ready. And also, appropriately, I should eat this Lebkuchen. I did, while we were at the break, use all the tiffle that we made on the minigames to go and buy the stuff at the store. So we have the mini courage juice. There's a whole turkey somewhere in Hammerspace. Don't worry about it. So we got lots of stuff. Don't worry. It's fine. We're gonna be just fine. I don't know where I don't know what's in the woods, but whatever it is, we'll throw a turkey at it. Token of love. There we go. Everything is marked off our magical to-do list. The little Lebkuchen sprite. Aren't you glad it's over, Elise? You mean this past week? It feels so much lighter, don't you? You'd be looking much lighter if you took your habit too. You'd be looking much lighter if you took your habit too, Leb. Don't you start, Elise. Recession ended long ago, that's all. You're so insistent about my habit. Why is that? Because you look so much better without it. You wouldn't even know what to wear if you had the choice, I wager. Well, yes, I would. No, you wouldn't, Leb. Of course I would, Elise. I have plenty of dresses at home. From when you were a toddler, maybe. Elise! You know I'm right, Lebkuchen. Let's not argue. How do you think I should dress, then? Not like a nun, that's for certain. Well, that's not helpful. I want you to be able to decide for yourself, Leb. Oh, shush. And we'll just put this right there. Alright, so 11 is before. Cool. Alright. We have more talk. When do we leave, then? Huh? Kieferberg, Elise. We're leaving, aren't we? I suppose, but now that we're leaving together... Granny Gretel still needs your help, doesn't she? Not necessarily. She's rather energetic for her age. But Kun, I thought you wanted me to stop holding back. I do, but I thought you... I've made my decision, Elise. My future is with you. Goodness sake. My hair's as red as your shoes. Oh, shush. Maybe it's best I hold back a little after all. But Kun... You'll be the end of me if you keep... We can hold hands on our way there, if you want. Goodness sake. You're truly so easy to tease, Elise. I know. It's a bad habit, Leb. Very good. It's very good. Alright, nothing has accosted us on the way to the woods. What form do we think the woods monster will take tonight? Alright.
You know,
Kind of back to night one a little bit. Keep close to me, alright? It's best we don't wander about. We could get lost.
Oh, Elise.
Oh, the eyes! Oh, no, God. Oh, the eyes are back. I don't like that the eyes are back. Oh, hey! Before we go any further, one more content warning to be added about this next little bit specifically. For the next... I'm just going to go ahead and generously say probably for the rest of the stream. One more content warning to add that is unfortunately not in that list, just because it's for this scene, and I knew I'd be able to remember it right here at the door, because those eyes would remind me. Distorted reality, altered reality for the next little bit here is going to be a whole thing. So I wanted to forewarn on that front for those for whom that is a worrisome or triggering thing. Is going to be a big part of this. So, yeah. That will be a big part of this next leg for at least the next 15 to 20 minutes, possibly for just the remainder of the stream, but certainly for starting from here going forward. Right. All right. With that, distorted reality in these woods, more so than just the visuals, the fantasy visuals, in terms of like people experiencing differing realities and not being aware of it, that kind of level of distortion or dissociation. Hence why I wanted to forewarn on that front now, because that hasn't really happened as such up until this point. All right, with that warning, and thus us armed, we proceed. Since when have you known about this place, Elise? Since, Monday, I suppose. It's so beautiful. I've never seen so many butterflies in one place. I don't know if I'd call it beautiful, but... Oh, but it is, Elise. Look at how blue the sky looks from here. Oh, Elise. This is better than watching the stars at night. Come, Lipkuen, stay close to me. I wouldn't want you to get lost. Elise? Is everything alright, Lipkuen? This is such a beautiful place. I wonder how nobody stumbled upon it until now. Now that's a great question. Look at all these butterflies, they're everywhere. I could fall asleep right here in this tall grass. Tall grass? Doesn't anything seem strange to you, Lipkuen? How so? It's rather cold, wouldn't you say? Oh, but doesn't this breeze smell so fragrant? I don't know what's going on, but I ought to be careful. A tender flesh of earthly desire. We will make an offering. I suppose this will be enough. Bread. There's Pokemon in the tall grass. Professor Oak comes sprinting in, grabs us out of there. Oh, I've never seen so many together. Huh? All these fireflies, Elise. Fireflies? This truly is a wonderful place. I have concerns. Did you hear that, Elise? Hear what? Oh, the birds! They're chirping! Butterflies. Birds. What are the snakes gonna be? Do you think there's a creek around here? Oh, I wouldn't know. I guess, yeah, Asgil's area was all water, so it'll be like a bubbling brook or something, probably. I wonder if they're doves. I wouldn't count on it. Oh, good. Extra mushroom. Good. Good to have that. One more healing for the road. You know, speaking of healing, just take a moment to drink this hearty soup. Seems prudent. Hi! Hello! Oh, how wonderful. How I miss being in your shoes, lass. They're the same shoes. You're still wearing them. See? Look. I mean, I guess they are slightly bigger on you. Okay, fine. Putting all your eggs in one basket, are you? Not that I can blame you. I'll have you know there are no eggs in this basket. There's bread and some juice and a little doll. But no eggs. Oh, I heard a cat, but now he's gone. Playing with fire is rather addictive, isn't it? Fingers crossed you won't get burned. I like that Elise is now, like, immune to the fear effect of meeting so many ghosts. Such lovely company you're bringing him, lass. Bit of a waste, isn't it? And down. Hello. Oh, that poor, poor witch. I truly can't win against him, huh? Aha! Nectar. Sweetest nectar to be drunk in earnest. Suppose this will be enough. Nyum. All right. Love the trees with the faces. A fountain. The water's so clear. I wonder if we could drink from here. It's best we don't.
Oh, Elise.
Oh, I'm sure it'll be all right. Fountain. She's seeing something I'm not. Let's just have a browse. I don't know what's gotten into her, but she's seeing things I'm not. I gotta hurry and leave these testaments where they belong. Let's just have a... Huh? Spiced verse? Love me some spice. What do you got? Aren't you daring? Going against her wishes like that. We're talking about Valperga, or Lepkuin, or... Would you say it's worth it, lass? Not that you would know before meeting him either way. Don't laugh, I beg your all being. Why aren't you generous? I'll be looking forward to having that friend of yours join us for dessert. Mm-hmm. Okay, we're painting a picture here. Cool. Lots of healing items. We're almost there, lass. Oh, how exciting! And away. Second verse, same as the first. There's so much healing. Good company. The object of one's affections. Suppose this will be enough. Please have this doll. Limited edition beanie baby. I didn't know you had it in you. What?
Elise.
Bringing me to such a wonderful place, Elise. Come now, there's an even better place up ahead. I don't know what's gotten into her. She's saying things I'm not. Okay, this is the same as before. Don't like the heart fruit. Yeah, not a big fan of the heart fruit. Let's just... We'll move on. Oh, it's the tree. It's the tree what had apple in it. gates that old hag told me about.
This is it!
I did it! They're open! Elise, singular in her ability to ignore all warning signs, staring into a gaping maw, what with fire behind it, is just happy because she achieved her objectives. Weirdly relatable. I did it, they're open! If I go through with this, I might lose her. If what's on the other side of these gates is anything like the woods, I can't go through with this.
Elise.
The eyes are back. The regular eyes, not the... What's the matter, Elise?
Now that you mention it,
We've seen enough of this place, haven't we? I thought you had something to show me. It doesn't matter anymore, Leb. Let's go home before it gets any darker out.
I see.
You've been hiding something from me, Elise. I was, but not anymore. What do you mean?
Lebkuchen.
I love you, Lebkuchen. I did it! Why is there fire? Yeah. She's been working on this all week. Elise. Come now. Let's have supper together. You'll never tell me, will you? What you've been hiding all week.
Now that
In
you
time,
mention
Lebkuchen. It was a very weird week, to be fair, and I'm not sure I didn't dream most of it. For now, all I want is to spend this evening with you.
You're really...
Watching the stars? We can, hold hands, too.
Oh, Elise.
My, how daring. Oh, shush. Come now. Nerds. I love that it basically looks like where you get the Master Sword in Link to the Past. Feels appropriate. And now we get... credits! If you really want to know what I've been up to, go see what the priest has stuffed in his rectory. I wouldn't phrase it just like that. Oh, it's not quite over yet. These will roll first, and then we'll get a proper epilogue. Obviously, we could choose to just go through with it. But I figured, for our first ending, let's pick the good end. Especially because, with this run in particular, we built so many, we spent so much time with Elise building relationships, it just kind of follows better. We will pick at least one Elise gets her wish ending, but I figure we'll save that for Thursday. Technically, the Elise goes through with it ending is the canonical ending, because this is the prequel to Pocket Mirror. I guess extremely minor spoilers for Pocket Mirror on that front. But like I said, I didn't want to end on the downer note. And we already got one bad end tonight. Does Pocket Mirror have any stance on who you took to the woods? Yes. I'll get into that more on Thursday. Pocket Mirror, I'm going to talk about this a little bit while these credits roll. And I'll keep it light on... I think I can actually talk about it without spoiling anything. That was the earlier game. It came out 5 or more years before this one. It came out a while before. And I think it kind of shows. I don't think that they had as much polish on it. It's still good. There's no like romance to it at all. It is pure horror. And it also is, I think, it suffers a little bit because of it. I think having the opportunity to kind of build relationships as a focal point makes Little Goody Two Shoes a stronger game overall, and also makes some of the horror elements in it hit better. Whereas sometimes those pieces in Pocket Mirror feel a little bit more thin as a result, or lean on worse tropes. But playing both of them together, like this was the whole reason. Playing this one first made me go play Pocket Mirror, and with this for context, I think elevates Pocket Mirror as a result. I don't think that I would have enjoyed it on its own, but with this there to kind of build it up lore wise, there's a lot more going on there, and it has some wonderful characters, and it has some wonderful like scenes in it. It is much more brutal mechanically because there's no health bar to it, so anytime that you mess anything up, it is just instant game over, reset, go again, which I personally found a lot more frustrating. And it also, for me, kind of worked against the notion of like a game that was trying to build tension, because when you're just getting frustrated with something, it kind of takes the fear out of it for me after a while. That's a whole separate critique, but just in terms of the writing on it, there were some pieces of it that felt, again, thinner to me because they didn't take as long to build up the relationships that I think Little Goody Two Shoes does have a much more strength, because it gives you the sort of those happier, kind of softer times when things are good or the stakes are lower, so that when things get bad, there's stuff to lose. And I think that balance lends a lot more weight to Elise and the stuff that she's going through. But the natural balance of that is that Elise has a lot of options that feel correct in the story, like we just did, for her to walk away from that. That she has something invested here, and it doesn't make sense that she would just feel railroaded into, oh yeah, no, I've got to go through with this. It's like, no, that she should have the choice to get to that moment and go, no, actually screw that, I've got everything that I need. My original plan of going to a castle and being rich and all of that is actually not a great plan. I found a new thing, and I like that the game has the maturity to give you that option. I actually had a lot of options, including things like the one that we found of, if you follow all of the clues, then you end up in the basement. And it's not even just that, like, Father Hans ambushes you, it's that Father Hans then gets ambushed by the witch. That caught me so off guard the first time. The weird, like, double ambush where it's like, oh, he summoned Valperga, and the whole reason that he's kind of divided during the witch hunts going on in town is because he's behind it all, and he's trying to get answers, which is why he's sort of half defending you, but has to also, like, maintain his role. It's great. We left Kieferberg the week after the festival. Lakuin's excitement to finally leave was palpable, and so was mine. Oh, please be careful out there, my love. I will, Granny. Don't you worry about me. I'll miss you two so much. We'll miss you too, Freya. We'll come to visit. Oh, please write us often, you hear? We will, Granny. Goodbye. So each of the endings gets a little, like, epilogue, but other than the early bad ends, each of the, like, proper endings gets a full little, like, epilogue, which I think is also very sweet. We didn't know what to do with ourselves. All we wanted to do was travel. Always on the road, looking for the next best town to visit. We did odd jobs here and there, stopping at every inn and living with whatever we earned each day. I could tell that Kuin felt more liberated than ever, while I felt I was living a dream, having finally left the person I was in Kieferberg behind. Until the day we both realized there was something missing. We had each other, we were young and free, but...
Elise.
Are you sure this is what you want, Elise? Let's at least stop by and see how everyone's doing, alright? I suppose it's been a while, that's true. Kieferberg truly is where we both feel most at home, isn't it?
Now that you mention...
Everywhere feels like home when you're with me, Leb. There's something missing, isn't there? I suppose that's what we're going to find out. However, nothing could have prepared us for what would happen.
For goodness sake!
Come now, folks, excuse me, let me through. I need to talk to Lebkuin. Elise, can we have a word about the windmill renovations?
You hear?
Not now, Mr. Heinrich. I'm looking for Lebkuin.
For goodness
There
sake!
you are, Lebkuin.
Elise.
Are you looking for me, Elise?
Huh?
Everyone's pestering me over these renovations.
You're really...
Folks are moving in next month, Elise. It's only natural.
Is that so?
Hounding me won't make them come any faster, though. More importantly, Elise, won't you come up to the bell tower with me? Huh? What for?
Oh, Elise.
Wait for lunch, silly. Roast sandwiches, remember? Oh no, it's noon already. Promised Mr. Gustav I'd help him and the lads with... Come now, Elise. You're too wound up. Let's go upstairs. Lebkuin's now Kieferberg's elder. She's a teacher, nurse, baker. She can do anything she sets her mind to, it seems. She still spends most of her time in church, if it can be called that. We've made it a point to renovate it. Away with St. Valperga and all those old crosses. Say, Elise, I was chatting with Miss Vilma just now. Oh, I told her not to pester you with her nonsense. She's been wanting to ask you about her inn, you see? She's afraid she won't have enough room for everybody, and...
I did it!
Just have to build her a bigger inn, then. Problem solved.
You're really...
Generous, aren't you?
Shush it.
Oh, shush. We can afford it. As for me, I suppose I'm the mayor now. Mr. Gustav said it was time for change after Father Hans died and appointed the role to me himself, but I never imagined I'd enjoy it so much.
For goodness sake.
What's the point of having folks over if they're not making us any money? You're enjoying this, aren't you? Things are finally starting to change around here, Leb. You believe folks are moving from Primodorf to Kieferberg now?
Rather cute, aren't you?
You look the prettiest when you're passionate about something. Do you know that?
That's
Lebkuin? You're red as a beet. Ah. I like that one a lot. Why are there lilies all over the place? Somebody died?
Little Goody Two Shoes.
Lilies probably have another symbolism, but, I mean, they're pretty. But, alright. That timed out just right, actually. So that's obviously the happy ending for, Elise and Lebkuin. And on Thursday, we'll see the happy ends of the Freya and Rosenmarine route. And then we'll see what the bad end looks like. Well, actually, we'll probably see two bad ends. Yes, I think that'll do. So we'll see 4 more endings on Thursday, and the whole stream will just be endings, which will be a nice way to wrap it all up. And yeah, I think that'll be that. Little Goody Two Shoes voice, Little Goody Two Shoes. Yeah, I love that they do that every time. It tickles me. But yeah, I like that one a lot. I don't actually know that one's my favorite. It was the first of it was the first. It wasn't the first ending I saw. That was sort of the 2 endings that I saw in order because I got the same investigation ambush, and then the Lebkuin good ending. So like, y'all are getting to see this in the same order that I saw it in, which was nice. But yeah, we'll see more good endings on Thursday, and then some bad endings, and then we'll end with the canon ending, which I think will be a nice topper for it all. But yeah, more on that Thursday night. So let me get this going. There we go. That's it for us. Thank you all so much for coming and hanging out as we kind of initially wrapped this one up. And we'll wrap it up proper with our next stream. 8 p.m. Eastern Time Thursday, we'll have the final Little Goody Two Shoes stream. But for our full stream team schedule, be sure to check... Excuse me. Be sure to check out schedule.truck.community to see what our full stream team is up to all week long. That schedule page has what they're streaming and when, on what days, at what times, with links to their respective channels, so you can see what everybody's doing and keep track of the whole stream team. If you need to kind of unwind from this game with its tension and its horror and otherwise ending on a nice high emotional note, to do something that is hopefully a nice just. What's the word I'm thinking of? An unapologetically soft and fun time. Here in just a little bit over at twitch.tv/squirrellily. I believe, is it, I'm gonna get the pair wrong again. September and Annie? Playing Super Mario Wonder? I might have the pair wrong. I think it might be those two. Yes, okay. Wonder is not necessarily less distressing, but that is still the plan. Fantastic. That's a fair point. There's a lot in Super Mario Wonder that is just weird as hell, man. But I love it. I think it's cute. You get to be elephant. You get to eat a thing and then become elephant, and I think that's great. I think more games should let you do that thing specifically. If that sounds like your jam, then hang tight. We'll send a raid its way here in just a moment. And yeah, thank you all so much again. Have a wonderful week, and I will hope to see you next time. Good night, y'all.